Good evening to all and welcome to the session. Before we go to the actual session, I would like to talk about the new batches, top educators, top batches, starting from 29th December. Quick look at these batches. SSC, CGL and CHSL batch, 2021-22 exams, 29th December, the launch date. We have GK, GS batch for SSC exams. All these are exclusive batches. SSC MTS batch, SSC stenographer batch, all new batches, SSC CPO batch. There are two important features. One is iconic features. One is ask a doubt by Unacademy. The other, a raise hand. Now, what is this ask a doubt? Please listen very carefully. The ask a doubt feature is now available on Unacademy website for all our learners in SSC exam. We heard you and upgraded the feature to suit your needs. Unacademy ask a doubt. How do you go about? Ask up to 3 doubts at a go. Get solutions in your preferred language. Submit your doubts to the Unacademy website or the learner application. Very useful. I'm sure as a learner, you may have a lot of doubts. Fine, thank you. And you have to use this. Very useful. And if you say no doubts, no questions, that will be a pleasant surprise. That will be a surprise. So it is extremely useful, in my opinion. Again, when it comes to test series, so many are there and they are free. You don't have to pay. Please go through the days and the time slots and try to take. Very useful, extremely useful. Raise hand, talk with your favorite educators in live class and clear your doubts. But this goes with those who take the subscription. SSC Combat, you all know every Sunday, Unacademy conducts scholarship test or combat. We have quantitative aptitude marathon on 26th December at 12 noon. All that you have to do, pre-registration, answer 30 questions in 50 minutes. Reasoning marathon, 2nd January 2022, 30 questions in 40 minutes. Again at 12 noon. All these questions based on the recent syllabus of SSC exams. I'm sorry. Questions created by top educators, detailed video solutions by top educators, get real-time all India rank, that gives you confidence, practice the best questions and win up to 100% scholarships. You can win scholarship from a pool of 1 crore. Thank you very much. Available in Hindi and English. That is another advantage. And you can get 100% scholarship. Based on your rank, you get the scholarship. Coming to December offers, SSC 12 months, you get additional 4 months. You take subscription for 24 months, you get additional 8 months. SSC plus bank combo offer, 12 months, additional 6 months. 24 months, additional 12 months. All set. SSC, bank, railway, bank regulatory. 12 months, you get additional 6 months. 2 years, additional 12 months. SSC plus CDS combo. If you take for 12 months, additional 3 months. 24 months, additional 6 months. These are the subscription offers. Do remember, if you use my referral code Murthy10, you get additional 10% discount. All set, let's crack it. Good evening to all of you. Now let us go to the session. You have been waiting eagerly. I know that. And today I have brought questions. It's a mix of grammar and vocabulary. Please have a look at the first question and try to spot. To begin with, it's an easy question. You should be able to answer one reading without any problem. On Senegal, it is considered impolite if you don't share your food. Oh, thank you very much, Shivam. Nice of you. I use very simple English So if you listen once, twice, maximum a week, you can easily follow my English. Yes, Bharat, Balu, they have answered. There is an error in the first part. On Senegal is not correct. It should be in Senegal, a country in Africa. So in Senegal is the answer. What is this about? It is about a preposition. Let us go to question number 2. I don't have any money to spend for luxuries. Where is the error? In fact, in many African countries, when they have food, they all have together. They share the same a big plate and they have the food. That goes with many people, many groups in Africa. Very good, Shivam. I don't have, when you use the sentence in negative form, we cannot use some, we have to use the word any. That is very important. I don't have any money to spend for luxuries is not correct. It should be on luxuries. This is also based on prepositions. To spend on luxuries. What is this question about? Preposition or prepositional combination. Oh, yes, that's right. The wise father told him that the mangoes had gone bad as they were in contact with the one rotten mango. A lengthy sentence, but not that difficult to answer. I have some money, I don't have any money. Do remember some, any. Some goes with affirmative form, any goes with interrogative and negative forms. With, with the wise, the wise father told him that the mangoes had gone, the mangoes had gone bad, nothing wrong. As they were in contact, they were mangoes plural, they were in contact with the one rotten mango. No, with a rotten mango. With a rotten mango. That is the answer. They were in contact with what? A rotten mango. We have to use the indefinite article a, then it is correct. No, there is an error in the third part. What is wrong with the second part, Madhav? This is indirect speech. Told him the mangoes, he must have said have gone. Here that changes to had gone. Had gone also no change. And what is the reason? They were in contact with a rotten mango. I hope you guys got it. No problem. Sometimes it happens, nothing to worry. I know your standards, you're very good. In this book, Churchill describes the historical first meeting with Roosevelt. In this book, Churchill describes what? The historical first meeting with Roosevelt. Third part, Soumya says, in this book, nothing wrong. Churchill describes sentences in present tense, subject, third person singular. We should add s or es to the verb. Nothing wrong. The historical first meeting or the first historical meeting. There's a problem here. We have to say the first historical meeting with Roosevelt. Meeting also no problem. But you cannot say the historical first meeting. The first historical is correct order. The first historical meeting. And here you have to recollect Whenever we use ordinal numbers, we have to use a definite article the first, the second, the third. That you have to recollect and consolidate your knowledge. That is very important, very useful. Question number 5. They can promise you an experience you won't never forget. That's rather funny. First historical meeting. They will promise or they can promise you an experience you won't never forget. Won't is a negative expression. Never is also a negative expression. We cannot use two negative expressions in the same sentence or in the same clause. If you use that, is known as double negative. Double negative is not acceptable. They can promise you an experience you will never forget. You can also say you won't forget. Remove that won't. You never forget. You will never forget. You never forget. Either way, it is acceptable. But we cannot use two negative expressions. They can promise you an experience you never forget. You will never forget. You will never forget. Emphasis. We cannot use two negative expressions. Question number 6. A man who knows a lot about things like food, music, and art. Now, this is a question based on one word substitutes. Because some students wanted a mix of grammar, vocabulary. I thought, why to disappoint those students? A man who knows a lot about things like food, music, and art. Yes, answer is a fourth option, connoisseur. Fourth option. What is the meaning? You all know the meaning of the word priest. That is not the answer. Optimist. You're all optimists. A person with a positive attitude. What is the opposite of optimist? Pessimist. Hostage, not the answer, but what is the meaning? Imagine a flight, an aeroplane hijacked. A plane has been hijacked by terrorists. Then the passengers in the plane, what is the word we use? They are hostages. And we use the expression hostage crisis. What is that situation called? Hostage crisis. You all must be knowing hijacked, hostage, they go hand in hand. That's an important word, hostage crisis. Should not happen, that's a different thing. Answer is the fourth option. A drug or other substance that induces sleep. Induce, an important word. A drug or other substance that induces. Exactly. Very good, Madhav. Hostages are persons kept in captivity during hijacking. That's true. Very good. I appreciate that. Induce means to make something happen. Induce, to pump in, to send in. Reviver? No. Have you answered? No, no, no. A drug or other substance that induces sleep. Answer is the fourth option, sedative. What is the answer? Fourth option, sedative. Revive means what? Bring back the original state. Revitalize, revive, resurgence, bring back the original state. Stimulate, make something or someone do something. Stimulus, stimulant. This is not the answer. This is not the answer. Energetic, simple words. Answer is the fourth option, sedative. Please go to question number 8. One who does not care for literature or art. Sleep inducing, yes. Sopromic drugs. That is good, very good. I appreciate. One who does not care for literature or art. This is a good question. A lot of students have got it right. Okay. Induced sleep when consumed in large quantities. Very good, Soumya Tiwari. I appreciate that. What do the letters CNS stand for? One who does not care for literature or art. Answer is the third option. Philistine. You all know the word dictator. We also use autocrat, an important word. Tyrant, another important word. They're all synonyms. Hypocrite, a person with double standards. Says something but does something else. Central nervous system. Oh, fine. And primitive. What is the meaning? This goes with primitive tribes. Primitive means what? Something that belongs to the past, the beginning. Primitive tribes are typical combination. And primitive societies. Modern societies opposite primitive societies. You all know the word primitive. Primitive tribes. What is opposite? Modern. Answer is the third option. The remains of something that has been badly damaged. Even this has been given many a time. Or let us not mention names here on this platform. Ganesh. Primitive person also you can say. Primitive culture, primitive tribe. Answer for question number 9. The remains of something that has been badly damaged. Answer is the third option, wreckage. You all have to think of a word, shipwreck. Have you heard of this? Shipwreck. When a ship gets damaged, we use the word expression shipwreck. Then what happens? The parts get scattered, and then we use the word wreckage. And when this goes with usually with ships, sometimes with wreckage goes with plane crash. And in this context, we also use the word, the letter S is silent, debris, debris. But Titanic sank, it went down. Okay. No, sir. What does it mean? S is silent, debris. And when it comes to shipwreck, wreckage, debris, especially shipwreck, you have to think of words like there's one idiom, turn turtle, capsize, turn upside down. These go with ships, boats. Sometimes what happens, a boat, and maybe buses rarely. The ship capsized, very good, Ganesh. Turn turtle, idiomatic expression. Capsize, turn upside down. You have to recollect. Pristine means pure. What is the meaning of the word pristine? Pure. Pristine atmosphere, pristine ecosystem, pristine environment, typical combinations. Immaculate, an important word. Immaculate means what? Perfect. You can also think of flawless, perfect. Which one is a new word? Pristine, overturn. Same thing. Turn upside down, overturn, they all mean the same. And sterile. What is the meaning of sterile? Something that is not fertile. I think it goes with opposite, fertile. Oh, excuse me. So, what is the answer here? Wreckage is the answer. I shouldn't have written over there. A book written by an unknown author. Free from microorganisms. Yes, yes. Sterile goes with pharma industry. You're right. Sterilization, making something free of germs. That's true. A book written by an unknown author. Anonymous, generally it goes with a call. Someone makes a call, does not reveal the name. Anonymous call. Acrimonious, audacious, assiduous. Answer is anonymous. Here you have to recollect the combination. Ganesh has already written. Anonymous call, a typical combination. But anonymous means what? The name is not revealed. Name is not revealed. Acrimonious means a bitter. That goes with bitter argument, bitter fight. Acrimonious argument, acrimonious fight. Audacious means arrogant. One of the meanings, audacious, arrogant. Assiduous means a hardworking. You can also think of the word diligent. Audacious, yes, that's right. Question number 11. There is no cut and dried method for doing this. Now we have a few idioms. As I said, it's a mix of different topics, exam topics. Cut and dried is an idiom. There is no cut and dried method for doing this. It is not simple, it is not honest, it is not understandable. It is ready made. Answer is the third option. Understandable, not correct. It is a third option. Ready made. The lawyer's closing arguments were full of red herrings. This is an important one. Full of red herrings. Sound judgment, references and allusions to previous crimes. Allusion means an indirect reference. Clues intended to distract or mislead. Loopholes. Loopholes generally we use law. Gaps in law. Yes. Very good. Answer is the third option. Clues intended to distract or mislead. Full of red herrings. Third option is the answer. Very good. You guys got it right. With great difficulty, he was able to carve out a niche for himself. Carve out a niche. This is also an important one. Red herrings, they have given so many times. And if you read the newspapers, you come across this quite often. It goes with sports field, a particular field. 13.4 became a sculptor, not relevant. Did the best he could do, destroyed his career. Carve out a niche has a positive connotation. Based on that, fourth option, developed a specific position for himself. That means he has been successful. It also means he has been successful in a particular field. Where discipline is concerned, I put my foot down. Where discipline is concerned, I put my foot down. Make a niche for yourself, make a niche for oneself. That's a very good one. Now, there is a difference, Param. Pseudonym means false name. Pseudo means false. Pseudo intellectual, not real intellectual. Namesake means for the sake of it, casually. Don't do it for the namesake, means for the sake of it. Take a firm stand, answer is the first option. Other options are not correct. Take a firm stand, put my foot down. His work seems to be a Penelope's web. This is a good one. Question number 15. Very good. Answer is the first option, endless. Oh, you guys have got it right, almost all. Do we have one Bolunaik or there are two? Bolunaik 15, question of, okay, fine. It is only the first option. Not difficult, not declining. Declining means coming down. Answer is the first option. Error location. Mobile phones are so important these days that they are no longer luxury items but have become a necessity. No, 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 no. Namesake has nothing to do with resemblance of names. I don't think so, Madhav. Where is the error? Here, mobile phones are so important is a noun form. You cannot use, you have to use the adjective form. Based on that, important. Mobile phones are so important these days that they are no longer luxury items but have become a necessity. There is an error in the second part. What is that error? It should be important. So important these days. The process was too simple and easy to understand that it hardly took 5 minutes for us to grasp it. A lengthy sentence you got to read carefully. Question number 17. Huh. Where is the error? The process was too simple. No, so simple. So that we use with adjectives and adverbs. Based on that, such that goes with nouns. The process was so simple and easy to understand that it hardly took 5 minutes for us to grasp it. Here you have to recollect two expressions. So that, such that. So that goes with adjectives and adverbs. Such that goes with nouns. That you have to recollect. The process was so simple. We really wanted to go to the park, but we were told not to go out if it rained. Question number 18. Perhaps a little difficult. No, no. There is an error in the fourth part, but here the whole context goes into past. We really wanted to go past. We were told past. Then you cannot use present. It should be not to go out if it rained. Rain is not correct. It should be rained. The verb should be in the past because the whole context goes into the past. Wanted to go past. Were told past. Then we cannot use the verb in the present form. It should be in the past form. Not to go out if it rained. The International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Traffickings is observed on June 26th. You got to read very carefully, only then you can answer. That question is over. You have to go to question number 19. The International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Traffickings. Nothing wrong with the third part. No, nothing wrong. There is an error in the second part. It is not traffickings. It is only trafficking. There's an error. Bharat has got it right. The International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. So no error is not correct. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this. This is the error. I hope you guys got it. No, there is an error. We don't say against drug abuse and illicit trafficking. We don't use a noun in the plural form here. Only trafficking. You cannot say traffickings. That is not correct. Okay. Now a few questions based on voice, active voice and passive voice. Does he race cars? You have to change it to passive voice. If you are good at tenses, easy to answer these questions. First, you have to know the tense. Which tense is this? Present tense. Interrogative form. Does he race cars? Are cars raced by him? Answer is the second option, obviously. No need to use the question mark. He is racing. It is present tense. You cannot use the verb in ing form. Does he the racing? Not correct. Are race cars done by him? Not meaningful. Does he race cars? Are cars raced by him? Answer is the second option. They play board games at the clubhouse. First, you have to know the tense. Which tense is it? They play board games at the clubhouse. Present tense. Then you have to look for board games are played. Are played, it is here. Done, not correct. Were not correct. Were not correct. It is present tense. Board games are played by them at the clubhouse. Simple present. She is reading a novel. First, you have to know the tense. She is reading a novel. Present continuous tense. No problem. No problem. Good evening. Any continuous tense in passive voice takes the word being. Once you know it is a continuous tense, you have to look for the word being. You don't see being here. You don't see here. Being, being. It should be either the third one or the fourth one. Reading of novel is being done. No. Answer. She is reading a novel. A novel is being read by her. Fourth option. present continuous in passive voice. This letter was written by Mr. Kumar. Is this active voice or passive voice? First question. This letter was written by Mr. Kumar. Passive voice. And which tense is it was written? Past tense. Then you have to look for active voice, past tense. This is past perfect. This is present, present perfect. Answer is a fourth option. Mr. Kumar wrote this letter. This letter was written by Mr. Kumar. The flute is being played by Shankar. Which tense is this? Present continuous, but passive voice. So you have to look for present continuous active voice. This flute is being played by Shankar. Was is past continuous. You have to look for present continuous. Has been present perfect continuous. Shankar playing, grammatically not correct. What is the answer? Shankar is playing the flute. Present continuous active voice. One word substitutes. A small village or a group of houses. What is a word? In fact, a very small village or a group of houses. No, not community. Answer is the third option, hamlet. Hamlet means a very small village, only a few houses. Hamlet is the answer. Put off for a future time. What is a one word substitute? Something has been put off for a future time. 26, third option. Very good. Procrastinate. This is an important word. Answer is the third option. Codify. This goes with coding system. Reticent. Reticent means someone who speaks a little, someone who is not talkative, someone who is reserved, speaks less. Retaliate. Return. You retaliate something. Someone does something bad to you. You retaliate. You return the same. Answer is the third option, procrastinate. Tight-lipped. The group, especially in the arts, regarded as being the most experimental. Here, especially in the field of arts, would have been better. Taciturn, yes, that's a very good word. Laconic, very good word. Reserved, reticent, taciturn. Recluse has a different meaning. Return. Yes. In the field of arts, when it comes to the field of arts, this goes with that particular field. Answer is the first option, avant-garde. And iconoclast, that is not the answer. A person who attacks traditional institutes and religious beliefs. A person who attacks traditional institutes and religious beliefs, iconoclast. That's also an important word. It is not revolutionary nerd. What is the meaning of the word nerd? A person who's very good at computers, knows a lot about computers. Breaker of images, yes. Icon means iconoclast, but here it is more like attacking traditional institutes and religious beliefs. Nerd means a person, usually youngsters, very good at computer knowledge, dealing with computers. They know a lot about computers. Then we say he's a nerd. Have you heard of this word any time? Nerd? No. Good, good. Question number 28. Something which lasts forever. Something which lasts forever. New word. Okay. Forever, that is a clue. Eternal. It is not youthful. Mortal. Man is mortal or immortal? Mortal. Immortal means no death. Infallible means perfect, flawless. No one is infallible in this world. What does it mean? No one is perfect in this world. Eternal. The schedule of travel. What is the meaning of that? The schedule of travel. That's an important question. 29. Answer is the first option. It is itinerary. But when we say, we don't say that, we simply say itinerary. Careful with spelling. Spelling is R-A-R-Y. But when we pronounce, we say itinerary. At least in our country, we do that. Timetable? No. Travel book? No. Guidebook? No. Some people, they travel around the world. Today in one country, tomorrow another country, day after tomorrow, some other country. What is a word? Have you heard of this word any time? Globetrotter. Globetrotter means a person who travels around the world. Globetrotter, an important word. I guess this is the last question. If people do not mend their ways, they are sure to go to the dogs. Go to the dogs. That is the idiomatic expression. To fight? No, no. Answer is the second option. Be ruined. No, 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 no. You have got this many a time. There is a similar idiom with the same meaning. Go down the drain. Go to the dogs, go down the drain, go waste, to be ruined, go to beggar. So here answer is to be ruined, to be ruined. Second option. We have got many a time. All his efforts have gone to the dogs. All his efforts have gone down the drain, means they've gone waste, ruined. I am sure the girls will fight tooth and nail for their rights. What is the idiom here? Fight tooth and nail, an important one. They have given in many competitive exams. What does it mean? 31. With all their might, Nagma says that, first one to respond. without any weapon, in a cowardly manner, with all their rights? No. Answer is the first option. With all their might. Here, might means what? Power. Might, may, might. Helping verbs. You all know that. But here, might has a different meaning. It is not a helping verb. It's a separate word which means power. With all his might, all his power. Answer is the first option. We must draw the line somewhere. This goes with conversational English. Who is this Madhav? Many public sector units have gone to the dogs. We must draw the line somewhere. This goes with conversational English. Put the screw on, fix a limit, aim at the sky, turn the tables. Draw a line means you should know the limits, where to cross, where not to cross. Draw a line. I think that is the last one. Oh, some more we have. The day the new product was launched, people made a beeline to purchase it. This is also an important one. They have given in many competitive exams. The day the new product was launched, people made a beeline. Make a beeline means what? Went online? No. Were doubtful? No. Refused to rush for something. Rushed. That is the right word. Imagine there's a popular actor, popular hero. His new movie, first day, all the fans, they make a beeline. Hmm. Have you seen any will fight tooth and nail? There's no preposition. Generally, you wanted to bring it, make a beeline an important idiom. The convict claimed innocence and stood his ground in spite of the repeated accusations. Stand your ground. The reason for that, Madhav, it is a verb. They fought tooth and nail. They wanted to fight tooth and nail. They have decided to fight tooth and nail. We cannot use a preposition. You're right. There's a reason for that. The convict claimed innocence and stood his ground. Stand your ground means what? Knelt? No. Surrendered? No. Kept standing? No way. Refused to yield. Refused to surrender. Refused to surrender. Refused to yield. Refused to give in. They all mean the same. That's it for today. Hope you guys have got enriched. I have brought questions, different exam topics, not only vocabulary, grammar, vocabulary, all these important questions. You all know the date, the notification, about the notification. Yes or no? I wish you guys all the best. Now you know the dates. You have to be very serious. Every minute is important. Every second is important. And do remember, plan your day. Don't spend too much time on one subject. You have to balance everything. Thank you. Good night to all of you. Wish you all a happy and Merry Christmas. Thank you.